An old king was dying, and when he was on his deathbed, he summoned his eldest son, the crown prince, and he gave him two critical advices. One, rule always according to dharma, and two, never disregard the opinion of the prime minister. Then the king passed away, and the crown prince became the king. And when he became the king, and he thought of brilliant ideas and presented it to his cabinet, the prime minister was always critical about the ideas that he had presented. Like this, 5 years passed. Then one day, when the king was presenting some new ideas or plans, the prime minister was again critical. This time, the king lost it. And he said, "You old man, can't you see anything good in all I say? Why you have to be always critical of me?" Interestingly, on that day, the prime minister was turning 60 years old. And as it was the rule at the time, once you are 60, you were to leave your positions of power and your wealth and seek the ashram of Parivrajaka, where you live as a hermit sage. So the prime minister said, "Your Majesty, I am 60, my time has come, and I am to leave. You asked me an interesting question. Don't I see anything good in you?" The answer to that question is, Your Majesty, that for 5 full years, you objectively listened to all my criticism and never rubbished me. Only a person of wisdom is capable of doing that. My time has come and I am leaving. The king's eyes were filled with tears, but then he knew he had to go. You see, in this world, the criticism is always confused with abuse. Abuse and criticism are not the same. Abuse comes out of jealousy and viciousness, whereas criticism always comes out of a critical mind, that which views things very objectively. When you are presented with criticism by someone that is without any abuse, you must know that there might be some verity, and that person is not really your enemy. The worst enemy is the one who is near you, what we call as the sweet talker, the hitashatru, the person who is objectively telling you that something might not be right is not your enemy. Know for sure that if somebody is critical, don't rubbish him. See if there is sense in what he says. That is extremely critical for those in positions of leadership. If you're not objective, you're bound to suffer. So never lose objectivity. Never rubbish your criticism. Listen to them. That is also a code where you live by the principles of Dharma. I hope this helps. Until next time, Pranam and Namaste.